Log on to patreon.com/Dane Calloway or paypal.me/Dane Calloway to support me, my channel, and my content. By demand, merchandise is now available at I'mJustHereToMakeYouThink.com. Okay, it looks like we're on now. Thank you for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. Now, today we're going to be doing something very different here. I'm going to be sharing answers with you to many of some of the same questions that I have received in my comment section, email, and even the inboxes that I receive, inbox messages that I receive in my Twitter and Instagram as well. And before I do so, allow me to humbly thank each and every one of you that has pledged monthly to me and my cause, and as well as donated to me and my cause as well, because all of your pledges and donations are immensely obliging and very much appreciated. Thank you so much. I'm going to be reading this off from my phone, and I'm probably going to be having the questions up right up on the screen so you can see them with me. And the first one says, are there any European Caucasian Americans acknowledging that what you say, Dane, is true, that so-called African Americans are the true indigenous aboriginals of America and not from Africa, and that the descendants of European Americans are the real immigrants and their ancestors are either from Europe or Africa? That is a very good question, a two-part question, but that is a very good question, and the answer is yes. There are Europeans acknowledging all of the information that I state is, true. There are many examples that I share. You might want to go back on my channel itself and just watch videos that you haven't watched. I strongly suggest the Untold Truth about who said that African Americans came from Africa. I believe that's the name of the video. And also watch the Untold Truth about the Negro Wall Street and the Untold Truth about the term black, both parts, part 1 and part 2, and many other documentaries that I have up right now. I just can't really remember the title of them right off. Let me quickly mention something here. Now, I do use the term African American in some of the titles of my videos to capture the attention of others that has absolutely no idea yet. Now, going back to this two-part question, I'm about to play a clip really quick of what you're going to see is a European male dressed as a cop in California. Now, what he's doing is reversing the role of deportation of immigrants here in this country. Now, this was done to draw attention to the real issue of immigration right here in North America, and to also shed light on who these lands actually belongs to, and to prove who the actual illegal immigrants in this country really are. Now, also watch closely, because this video also inadvertently shows you who are the real so-called Native Americans, or rather the indigenous Aboriginal Niji really are.
However, it's broadening the scope and targeting a different group of illegal aliens. We're going to go set up an immigration checkpoint at a spot where we have reports that they're known to congregate. We're going to go try and round up and deport as many of these folks as we can. Sir, you can keep on coming through. You're good.
Thank you.
Sir, you can keep on coming through. You're good.
Thank you.
Do you have your documentation showing that you can be here on Native American land? Yeah, would you mind sharing it with me?
Is that an ID or what?
Well, this is originally Native American land that was taken by illegal European immigrants. So we are targeting illegal European immigrants today to make sure that they have documentation showing that they're allowed to be here. Well, we're going to have to deport folks back to Europe.
I'm not from Europe, though.
No?
No.
Where
I'm from South Africa.
Yeah? That's interesting.
I'm not from Europe, though.
No?
No.
Where
I'm from South Africa.
Yeah? That's interesting. Sit down on the curb, please. Thank you. This is for the United States of America, ma'am, and so we're looking to see your documentation to show that you can be here on Native American land. Do you have something to show that you have a green card for being here on indigenous land? As much as it's about laws, it's also an ecological project as well. The air has been poisoned, The rivers have been poisoned, the ocean's been poisoned, the forests have been decimated, and this area is just overpopulated. These folks have run rampant over this land, and it's time to thin out their numbers. You brought in a lot of diseases, smallpox, wiped out hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people died from the diseases that you all brought over, so just taking precautions. You folks are okay? Come on through. You folks are okay? Come on through. Your hand behind your back. Appreciate your cooperation. So, 3 white illegal European immigrants have been detained. More of them keep coming, they keep breeding. I doubt we'll get rid of all of them. Ms. Durrett, this is from the U.S. government. We're looking for permission to be here on Native American land.
Okay, well, good luck with that.
Yes.
I know.
You do not have that documentation?
I don't, but I have to catch a plane.
You are
so
here illegally.
I wish
I'm
I had
sorry.
time.
I wish your ancestors would have thought of that before they stole this land. We know they've come over here. The stories that they tell about finding a better life for themselves or their families, and religious persecution is really just an excuse to come and rape the land.
I felt discriminated upon. Yeah. All these other people can walk by, but since I'm white, I got stopped.
It made me feel pretty bad.
It's maybe the way you're dressed, your anything.
My skin color, how I looked. They could tell I was European.
Kind of sucks, huh?
Yeah.
You are here as immigrants from Australia?
That's right, yeah.
Okay, well, I understand you all stole the land from the Aboriginals in Australia as well, is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, so we're going to have to detain you guys as well. We'll send you back to Europe. You know, whether it's stealing the land in the Americas or stealing the land in Australia, the Europeans, geez, what a brutal group of people. Slavery, genocide, bringing diseases with them, poisoning the rivers. Today's the first step. Step by step, we're trying to reverse things, turn it back around, get these folks back over to Europe.
Okay, and now that video says a lot. That video says a lot. So let me jump right into the second question here. And it says, Dane, are you tied or associated with any organization or religious purpose? No, the answer is absolutely not. I am not doing this for any religious purpose, nor am I tied to any organization or association. My goal is to make you cognizant of critically important information that is either hidden or generally not known to the public overall. So let's jump right into the next question. And it's so if we shouldn't call ourselves African Americans or Black, then what should we call ourselves? And that is a very good question. All right, now if you take a look at my previous documentaries, I explained or shared rather detailed information as to the reason why you should not call yourself nor associate yourself with those dangerous terms. You are indigenous. You are indigenous to this land, not anywhere else. This land, Turtle Island, now known as North America. Indigenous meaning native, aboriginal, primordial, the first. You are the direct descendants of the aboriginal inhabitants of this land. See, you are an indigenous person, indigenous people, indigenous Niji. Niji meaning people. That is exactly who you are. Okay, all right, let me move on to the next question. It says, how can we take back our land? First thing we need to do is to make people aware of the truth. Okay? Then, and only then, we can take the necessary steps needed after that. And the next question is, how can you determine what tribe you are from? Very good question. You could do that through research. You have to do research, guys. You have to. I know a lot of people turn their nose up because they think that's a lot of hard work, and it's really not. It's really simple. The only problem is that you don't know where to go to get this information. All right. Now, and of course, a lot of people will settle for the DNA, genealogy DNA testing. And that's not, that's fraudulent. Okay. I already put that information out there. That's fraudulent, guys. Straight up. That's not going to help you, okay? I put that out a couple of times already and proved it, okay? And proved it. So what you want to do is do a genealogy background research by going through, creating your own paper trail, going document per document, birth certificates, death certificates, go back, keep starting from you and go back. And if you get stuck somewhere, I have a package, okay, that will assist you so you won't get stuck. It will tell you step by step where to go, how to get this information, okay, what you need to know, all right, how to associate your family with which tribe, how does that work? All of that information is there, even for people that are adopted. That information is there as well, because I had that a couple of times come my way early last year, so I made sure to include that inside of the package for those of you that have been adopted. Also, if you do the genealogy background on your family, and I mentioned this before, and you recognize that one of your ancestors were involved in the Civil War, okay, it's a strong possibility that they opened up a Freedmen's Bank account. Now, with the Freedmen's Bank account being open, that means that they probably put the majority of their money inside of that bank account. Now, Abraham Lincoln came out with a law stating that that money that's inside of each individual freedman's bank account is owed to the freedman, and it's also owed to the descendants of the freedmen. Now, I stated this, and you could go look at the Untold Truth about the Negro Wall Street, and I forgot which other documentary I broke it down again, but that is very important. All of that information is inside of that package, so you can know how to do that and what to do as far as once you discover that. Get what's owed to you guys. Now, I'm not going to sit there and say that you're going to get 40 acres and a mule and hundreds of millions of dollars and stuff like that. The only way that can happen is if all of us who are people of color, okay, indigenous people, indigenous Niji of this land, are fully aware, fully cognizant of what happened to our people, what our real history is all about, okay? And then we can take the necessary steps, like I said earlier, to make other things happen, all right? Other doors will open, okay? Like I said, definitely it's owed to you. It's owed to your family. You have to do the genealogy background on your own. Do it. You can. Yes, you can do it. Don't tell yourself you can't. Don't turn your nose up. This information is out there. You can prove to yourself that you did not come from Africa and your ancestors did not come from Africa. I'm not saying that's the biggest thing, but the biggest thing is knowing what your family was. History, culture, heritage, all of that is owed to you. All of it, okay? So I'm going to cut this short right now, guys. I'm definitely going to be putting out more information concerning documentaries, maybe podcasts, maybe some more vlogs like this too. But yes, let me wrap this up here, guys. Thank you for watching. I'm Dane Calloway, and I'm just here to make you think.